Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Summer House Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 6.
Listen, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. We gonna walk through this episode. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Walk us through it.
So we start with Summer calling her grandmother.
Yeah.
Apparently her grandma adopted her because her mom struggled with addiction.
Yeah.
Summer is also trying to find out who her biological dad is.
Yeah.
Summer is venting to her grandma that she doesn't like putting her problems onto other people, but she doesn't feel safe to talk to these people about what's going on in her life. She doesn't want to be a burden to others.
What was your thought about that? Is somebody in her family about to, go into operation and things like that? What is your thoughts about what Summer's going through and how she don't want to be a burden?
Yeah, her grandma's going into surgery. I think it's better for Summer to talk about things than blow up the way that she has. So maybe she should talk to somebody, even if it's Jordan. I mean, Jordan's opening up about her alopecia. So I don't know why Summer can't confide in Jordan if their friendship is that strong. But I think as we go on, we see Summer is kind of like jealous in a lot of ways of a lot of different people. So I think that's another issue of hers.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle because I'm always thinking time and place. So I'm thinking Martha's Vineyard is supposed to be like a fun vacation time that maybe like we kind of are away from our normal life, our normal routine of like the burdens we carry. So I'm kind of in the middle. So I think I'll probably have an answer about that near like the end of the episode.
Okay. Well, it is couples weekend.
Yeah.
So Preston is going to throw a cocktail mixer.
Hello, Preston.
And then they are going to have a Freaknick party that's hosted by Jordan.
Hello, Jordan.
Jasmine is looking forward to Mariah coming so she can have her good friend there and they can just have a good time. Simon arrives first. Milo is super excited. Bria is also happy he's there to the point they're making out in the confessional.
A little much for me.
Preston's boyfriend Donald arrives, who they are now engaged. Congratulations.
Okay.
Simon, Bria, Summer, and Shanice are all like, they're on like a terrace or the rooftop, like drinking, just kind of hanging out. Bria's talking about how she wants Phil to come to the cocktail party. So they call over Donald and Preston. They learn that Preston and Donald are moving in together. Then Simon broaches the topic of saying, you know, I really want Phil to be there. Like, I need some good laughs. Like, I'd like for Phil to be at the party. And Preston says, you know, if y'all want to invite him, that's fine. I'm not going to invite him. Preston's just in the mood of, I just want to have a good time. I'm not worried about any of that stuff.
What is Bria's obsession with Phil?
I really don't get it.
Like,
I mean, Simon's here. Like, why do you want Phil to be there
that's
so
what I'm
badly?
saying. I'm
like, you have your best friend, boyfriend person here. So I don't know. Maybe her and Phil are really close friends. I don't get it.
But my thing is, your man live overseas. You should connect with Phil any other time besides these 15 days you in this vineyard.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it just seemed like kind of like strange where your man is here, your dog is always there, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna see if Phil could be here. I'm just like, why? But yeah. I digress.
The only other reason I can think why is if Phil was just going to be in the area, then it's just like, it'd be great to see him since he's already here.
Then go see him.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Amir picks up Natalie.
Hello, Natalie.
On the way back, he's giving her the 411 on everybody. He says Summer is kind of touchy. Natalie doesn't like that.
Okay.
He assures her that it's us against everybody else. Like, I got you. We're good. You know, it's us in this together.
Yeah, I think Amir, what he was saying in the car, misrepresented a lot of people in the house.
Yeah.
No time. I think we 6 episodes in. I forgot what number we on. I didn't get Summer's touchy with Amir at that. You get
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
get it either.
And if is touchy with Amir, or if she is touchy in general, don't single yourself out.
Right, it's with everybody, not just you. Probably.
Like, you get what I'm saying? What is your thoughts on Natalie? Basically seeing her on the show in the car and things like that.
Well, in the car, I really didn't have any thoughts. It's more so when she got to interacting with people to where I was just like, Natalie's a little off.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll wait till you give your opinion, and then that's when I give mine. Okay.
Well, Summer is saying that she's not really looking forward to Natalie coming because Natalie wasn't really friendly when she met her at some type of party they had before.
Yeah.
Bria, she extends an invite to Phil for him to come to the cocktail party. And she's like, you can bring Mariah too if you want. And he's like, Mariah, you can come if you want. She's in the car.
Listen here. Let this be a lesson, man. Don't talk about people behind their back. Because when she FaceTimed Phil, she did not know Mariah was in the car. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of leads me to think like, were they already heading there? because I'm like, they in the car. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, wearing the same clothes.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what is this dynamic with Phil and Mariah? You get what I'm saying? Like I guess I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, Amir and his girlfriend arrive. Summer's in the bathroom talking about she really doesn't want to meet Natalie again since it wasn't really that friendly when she met her the first time.
Okay.
This is Amir's most serious relationship. He says that it challenges him. And my only thoughts about that is I hope that it challenges you to be a better person and it doesn't challenge you by stressing you out because this person is difficult to deal with. So
I have so much thoughts on Natalie, but I just want to wait till you get to the scene where you want to share it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drop some knowledge. It's a tease, y'all. I'm gonna pay off the tease. Okay.
Okay. Well, Preston and Donald, they head out to the cocktail hour first to set up, make sure everything's good. And it actually looks like a really good setup. They're all like on a rooftop somewhere. So good job, Preston. Amir asked Jordan, because he's knocking on the ladies' room. Jordan and Summer are getting ready, and he's asking them if she wants to meet Natalie. First, they're just like, we're getting ready. We'll meet her when we see her, basically. And then when they come out the room, Jordan is walking out looking like she's about to walk downstairs to head out. And Amir's like, Natalie's in the other room if you want to say hi. And Jordan just walks downstairs. Yeah,
I thought that was weird on Amir's part. Like, why are you like making it like a big deal that we have to come say hi to Natalie? Yeah. Dude, you get what I'm saying? But I would do what Jordan did. I would have been, okay. And then went downstairs. I'm like, we're going to the same place. I'm going to see her when I see her.
Yeah. I guess for me, like, the reason it was like that is because there's clearly already some tension there. Okay. Like if there was no tension there, I thought they probably would have gone and be like, hey girl, nice to meet you, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you at the party.
But who started the tension?
I honestly think Natalie.
So why?
I honestly think Natalie.
So my whole thing is, do I do it now? Do I pay off the team?
I mean, Natalie says some things, so let's allow her to get it out.
Okay.
And then we can give our thoughts on what she said.
You're right. You're right. I'm just bubbling inside. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
So everyone starts rolling into the party. Yeah. We've got Amir, Bria, Simon, and Natalie, who all ride in the car together. They're the last to arrive. Yeah. Summer gets a text from her grandma, and nothing really happened with that, but just basically saying that, some of the outside stuff is kind of like bleeding into the vacation that Summer's having to deal with. Yeah. Amir introduces Natalie to Jordan, and they both kind of bond like, oh, we're wearing brown, we're both wearing brown, whatever the case may be.
So they bond over nothing.
Pretty much. But I did think it was interesting how Amir was kind of trying to push his girlfriend onto people who clearly have no interest in talking to her. But I do think it's more awkward to not speak than to speak. So I get it why he was pushing the issue. Yeah. Do you get why he was pushing the issue?
No.
You don't agree with it?
Like,
he should have just let people do what they want.
Like, there's no commonality that I have with this person. Okay. I know you. I'm gonna see people. I'm gonna see you at the event. So, I think it's just weird when he just like, hey, Natalie's in the room. Hey, Natalie's in the room. Natalie's
but that's like he's excited. That's his girlfriend.
That's your girlfriend, right? No. That's you're right. That's your girlfriend. Yes. You know what I mean? You be excited, but like we're going to the event. I'm going to see her there. You get what I'm saying? It's one thing if I come over, right? If I'm like Summer Jordan and I come and talk to you and I don't acknowledge your girlfriend. That's true. But me going out my way while I'm doing my hair, while I'm doing my makeup, while I'm getting dressed, while I'm going downstairs, I have to go in your room just to say, Amir wanted me to say hi. It's just like, we're going to be in the same place. Let it happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? Or I would think this is my house for the vacation. Natalie should come speak to us.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? Because she's a guest coming into the house.
But that's not how everybody did everyone else. They went up to Donald and grabbed his bag.
Because that is true. They did grab his bag. I ain't gonna hold you. They did grab his bag. But at the same time, that's Preston. We like Preston. Right. Okay? We like Preston. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Continue.
So Mariah and Phil arrive.
Yeah.
Nick is talking about he don't care about Phil being there. He's a world traveler, and Phil really don't make nothing shake when it comes to his life.
He said we ain't never go cross paths. I'll be in South Africa. I'll be like, all right, my brother, I hear you.
Yeah, Bria says that she can coexist with Mariah, but she really doesn't care that she's there.
So why were you acting out episodes ago then? Like this what I don't understand. This is why you kind of don't pay into the little temper tantrums, because if you don't care now and you don't care, then why were you acting out all out in the restaurant and yelling and stuff?
That's why people like Bria really frustrate me, because it's like you don't mean what you say and say what you mean. Mm-hmm. You just be saying stuff and then you get mad later on and then you're fine the next day. Yeah. So it's just kind of like, I really don't know how you feel. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know how you feel.
Facts.
So Bria is just one of those wild cards.
I feel you.
Mariah wanted Amir to give a public apology because he was the one who put the dog stuff in with the towels and basically started the domino effect of her going to Bria and the whole altercation. Well, Amir didn't feel like he owed the apology because she was the one who decided to put her hands on Bria, but she didn't put her hands on Bria.
Your thoughts on that whole situation with Mariah wanting a public apology from Amir and stuff? Yeah,
I think Amir should have apologized. I get what he's saying. Like, I'm not going to take responsibility for the decision that you made as far as approaching this girl with the energy you had. Like, Mariah, you should have been a little bit like cooler heads prevail type of thing and asked her, did you do this? And I think Bria even said like, no, I didn't do that. But no, I do think he should have apologized, just because he was the one who mixed up the laundry and stuff like that. So just say, I'm sorry for mixing up the laundry. What's so hard in saying?
Can I pull the hair just a little bit?
Go ahead.
Can I split the hair just a little bit? I understand you said he should apologize. Do you feel like he should apologize with the advice of Mariah saying you should do a public apology? There's one thing of saying like Amir should apologize.
Yeah,
but should he apologize because Mariah said you should do a public apology? Dude, you kind of get what I'm asking?
I get what you're saying, because it's like, does he really owe anything to Mariah?
That's what I'm asking right there.
But I think that the fact that Mariah kind of lost her opportunity on the show, and I guess in a way that is a personal issue, but you are a catalyst, you're a part of this issue, and you just kind of washing your hands clean of it like I'm not involved. Like that is kind of cowardly to me. So I think he could have publicly stated his part in the issue and just kind of took an accountability for what he did.
Okay.
So and by public apology, I mean like post a tweet. That's all I mean.
So here's my thing. I think I'm about to do semantics, but just hang with me a little bit, right? I agree with you on he should apologize, and that he's a coward that he didn't apologize. Hard stop right there, right? But I don't like the whole like you owe me an apology type of thing. Okay. Like, I don't want no one to tell me that you should do a public apology. If you don't feel on your own that you made a mistake and that you caused this, right? I'm not going to ask you to do a public apology. I'm just going to be like, this is the type of person you are. You're a coward. You knew what was right, and you tucked your tail between your legs and you hid, right? I'm judging Amir off of what he didn't do in the moment more than not apologizing after the moment.
Gotcha.
If I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not judging him because he didn't give a public apology.
He could have helped de-escalate the situation.
He could have de-escalated in the moment.
Right.
Because the public apology doesn't take away the fact that she had to leave the house. But if you de-escalated it when it happened, she could have stayed in the house.
Right.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Natalie is talking to everybody, just kind of giving her spiel of what she does for a living. So she's in real estate. Yeah. And she does luxury real estate. So she says she sells homes $2 million plus. Amir's talking about he sells regular stuff. And she's saying how she makes his salary pretty much in a month. Yeah.
Now build the scene out, because he was talking about what he does and things, basically talking about her and things like that, about what he does. And then he said, like, yeah, I'll make this much. Yeah. She came after him and said,
to try to one-up him.
To say, I make $2 million in a year, basically trying to specify it of what he makes in a year, I make in a month. Did you think anything about that?
Yeah, I thought that was a little shady. Number one, like, these are Amir's friends.
Exactly.
You know, like, and you coming in talking about you make more money than him. What does that do for us? Like, great for you.
Exactly.
So I really didn't. It was very awkward to me, and I don't know if maybe she's uncomfortable or insecure, so she has to like try to posture herself in a way to make her seem important. But it was just very off-putting. It was just like, okay, nice.
Exactly. Good for you. Listen here. We gonna get to the Natalie tease. I'm just waiting to meet Blair there.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get through it.
Okay. Let's go.
So Mariah chats with Bria.
Mariah
reached out to Bria multiple times.
Yeah.
She didn't know that Bria didn't put the dog's clothes in the dryer. Mariah says she blew up because she's allergic to dogs.
I don't believe that.
And it felt intentional to her. But basically, Bria and Mariah squashed the situation. They said they're over it. They're good now. And great. If I was Mariah, I would still feel a little bit ways towards Bria.
How so?
I guess you're right. And you didn't even say anything to be right. But Mariah shouldn't be upset with Bria. She should be upset with how she handled the situation. Because Bria really didn't do anything. But the thing is with Bria is not good at de-escalating. So, and not to say this situation was her fault, but if Bria could help to like be kind and calm.
I said I ain't do it.
Yeah, if Bria could help to be kind and calm. But at the end of the day, I think I'm rambling. Mariah should just be responsible for herself.
Tuck in your Bria just like a little bit. Okay. You know, I think in that moment, I think Bria was a deer caught in headlights.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Mariah was very upset about it. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, and then it was in front of people. So you know how people feel like they got to perform?
Yeah.
So, like, besides, like, hey, did you put the dog clothes in the thing? Mariah was already, like, upset.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Which is understood if you're like, come on, man. We've been picking up after your dog, and your dog is this, and we trying, but you just messing up my clothes now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we also learned that Natalie is from Miami.
Okay.
And everybody's kind of like, oh, like Miami, whatever.
Because I think they asked her, because I think she lived in Texas.
Yeah.
And they would ask her, is she from Texas? And she was like, no, I'm from Miami. And
yeah.
I was like, that kind of makes sense. Like I'm looking at her and I'm like, I kind of see it in a way.
Okay. So Phil pulls the guys to the side. He admits that he messed up last year. Amir says pretty much he doesn't F with bullies, but Phil says that he wanted to be cool. He had this expensive tequila. Yeah. He was pulled up. He was drinking, and he came in drunk. Nick says pretty much, I don't have time for this. Like, if you're gonna sit up here and blame the alcohol, like what are we even talking about?
That's true.
And Phil basically corrects himself, and it's just like, I was wrong. Amir says, as long as you don't show that again, we're straight. But as Amir is talking, Phil is trying to interject and interrupt. And Amir's like, you gotta let me finish at least one sentence.
At least one.
Like if we're having a conversation. He says, just make it love. Phil appreciates them accepting his apology, and Nick tells him, just look after yourself. So
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, it was necessary. Phil needed to go and apologize to the guys, but I would kind of feel like Nick in this situation, like, appreciate the apology, but I don't need to be around you, Yeah,
I think this was just like unless we are at Martha's Vineyard, we really would have no interaction in life.
Right.
So, do I need an apology? No. Is an apology going to fix anything? No. You get what I'm saying? This is not a Mariah situation to where a situation or a opportunity to stay in the house was robbed from you.
Yeah.
This was an opportunity that you failed. So an apology is not going to fix that. It wasn't a mishap. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of with Nick, like, don't blame the alcohol. But at the same time, I'm like, that apology is for you. Yes. You get what I'm saying? It's not so much for me because I'm over it. I'm not going to see you again. It is what it is.
I don't fool with you. So
exactly.
It is what it is. Jordan says that she's not going to interact with Phil, and she heads out. She's going to get ready for the Freaknick party.
Listen here, man. Jordan, even though you did call that man out his name and things like that, we knew Jordan was not going to interact with Phil. Phil was DMing her, basically trying to reach out to her saying, are you still mad at me and things like that. And I'm like, oh listen here, Jordan, listen. Phil got Jordaned. You get what I'm saying? like he got cussed at. You get what I'm saying? Jordan didn't find him amusing or didn't find him funny. Some would say Jordan went too far and basically getting in his face, basically acting as if you go do something to him. And I say, yeah, she did. But at the same time, like we find ourselves defending people that we like, and not a lot of people like Phil. You get what I'm saying? So we give Jordan a pass on that.
Yeah.
Just stop calling men the B word, though. Don't call men out their names, Jordan. Okay? Thank you.
So they cheers to Martha in the cocktail party, and they're ready for Freaknick.
Yeah.
So everyone is getting dressed for Freaknick.
Yeah.
One point, Natalie says, I don't need to be associated with all that.
Is this it right here?
This is it.
Okay.
So Natalie has made quite a few comments this episode. And even I'll just fast forward to a comment she says when Jordan is talking about the history of Freaknick, and she's like, "Oh, we love a history lesson," which sounded very sarcastic to me.
Oh, I actually didn't hear that in person. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what are your... Oh, you want me to say my thoughts on Natalie?
You say your thoughts. Go ahead.
Okay.
We are here.
Okay. Natalie, not a fan.
You're not a fan?
Not a fan. She's not making herself open. She's not making herself friendly. And I can understand some people are just not friendly people.
Okay.
But it seems like she is treating the women and kind of the men in the house as though they're beneath her. Is kind of how it feels like to me. Even positioning herself to be above Amir when it comes to how much they make, and that he just joined their real estate company. So she's excited to see him prove himself and how well he's going to do with the team. So I'm just like, and a lot of the things she's saying is as though people have to position themselves in a way in order for her to see them as worthy or valuable of her time or her energy.
Come on, Blair, you're preaching.
So it's very off-putting. And if you didn't want to really like get to know the people and really partake in the events and the activities, it does kind of feel like, why did you come? And I think a big part of why she came is basically to see if Amir is being faithful. I don't think she trusts Amir. And I'm concerned that Amir is always going to be in this prove it position. But the women and all that type of stuff, like I said, it would have been nice for them to come say hi. But at the same time, I don't have to prove anything to you.
Facts.
So if you want to talk to me, you see me. So that's where my head is at. What about you?
Okay, we're here now. Blair, I loved it, right? I blame Natalie and I blame Amir. Right? I blame both of them. Follow me, because I'm about to take y'all on a roller coaster, right?
All right, let's go.
Let's start with the episode where he sent the text. This is when the episode where they was talking about Shanice behind her back saying she can't dress. Right? Amir went away to the room, text. He basically sent a text, I'm paraphrasing, like, what? But basically, like, he hungry, what is he going to eat? She was like, I feel like that text wasn't for me. And he was like, who else I'm talking to? So that right there already lets me know, like, what she thinks Amir is doing is not the reality of what he's doing.
Right.
It kind of gives the example of when your man is on vacation without you, you think he's out here doing all these things. It's like, it's that insecurity, right? But I would say Amir, this is where I blame Amir for a lot of things. I think she wanted to come. I think first of all, she didn't want to come to Martha's Vineyard, right?
He probably convinced her.
He probably wanted her to come because Amir wanted to show her off, because that's his trophy in his eyes, right? But to her, Amir is her trophy too, because at the end of the day, it seems like she's trying to prove, like, yeah, Amir's in this real estate thing and he makes this much in a year, but I'll make that in a month. But Amir on TV. Amir he has more notoriety than you. So as much money or as much status that you may have, we only know you because of Amir, this person that you put yourself above. Right. So, and at the end of the day, there was an episode where Amir was basically saying, I think this was last season, to where he was like, this is my DMs be flooded. Yeah. Right? So I think she got Amir to kind of tame him. You get what I'm saying? Basically, like, look, I got one of the hottest guys on the market and things like that, and I'm better than him. But at the end of the day, he's on TV. He really don't need you. But I think Amir is putting himself in a position to where, you know how you be out with your friends or something like that, and then they bring their girlfriend or like they bring their boyfriend, and all of a sudden, like, your friend is like this mature person, and you're like, you be fun without your girl, and that don't mean he's out there or she's out there doing anything dirty. Just like, you just seem too wound up uptight. Amir just didn't seem like himself when his girl was there. At least the Amir that we seen. You get what I'm saying? He's over there talking about, like, you know, some of the plans or, you know, engagement. And I'm just like, for one, you just got with her. And I feel like she's in a way forcing you to grow up. You get what I'm saying? And I understand, like, you're not 19 or 20 or anything like that. But I feel like she's like, you know, we don't act like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we are real estate agents. But Amir, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he can quit that job. He probably gonna have to quit that job if he keep getting famous. So I feel like they are playing into each other. I don't know if the relationship is gonna last because it just seems like she will always be in but I make $3 million a year or like a month or something like that. And he's just like, well, I'm Amir and I'm kind of Bravo famous. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it just came off as weird. You get what I'm saying?
Do you think that maybe she's jealous of Amir's notoriety?
Yes, for sure. For sure. I think she's fighting ghosts in her head.
Yeah.
But also the ghost that Amir put in her head too. Like, basically, like, you know, someone be touching me, Jordan did this, and basically I just want to prove that I like her and not Jordan. I'm like, Jordan wasn't, you got Jordan too. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, basically nobody's on you like that. Nobody in this house view you that way.
Yeah.
You are basically the janitor and the driver. You get what I'm saying? You clean the house and you drive people. So I think she's fighting those ghosts because those are the things that Amir planted in her head and things of that nature. But yeah, I think she is jealous. I think they like each other for their own insecurities. I know I'm saying a lot, but follow me. This is a roller coaster, right?
Okay.
She's insecure about Amir's fame, Bravo fame at least, and that he's known and things like that. And I think she feeds his insecurity of basically validating him, that he's somebody. You get what I'm saying? That like, oh, look who I have. I have someone who's serious and things like that. So it just comes off as a weird pairing. I don't think they serve each other overall, but we'll see. It's still an early relationship.
Yeah, maybe they'll work through it. We'll see.
I don't think so though, but
yeah,
because I think in order for it to work, he have to not be on TV.
Oh yeah.
Like that's
because that's going to be an issue for her.
It's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be an issue because Amir's a handsome guy.
But do you think she maybe got with him because of that? So
yeah, I mean,
it could be like a double-edged sword. Or whatever you call it. Yeah,
like you
like I want to be popular too, but you're like more popular than me.
I don't know if it's I want to be popular too, but you probably seen him. You probably rub elbows with him because of the circles that you was in, the circles that he was in. And you kind of underestimated, like, oh, I'm in constant insecurity because he is good looking and he is on TV. So there is a thing about, oh, he has to go film for Martha's Vineyard. And then he has to do other probably sponsors and things like that. Be part of other parties. Probably meet up with Andy and watch What Happened Live and things like that. So it's like, even though you're the breadwinner,
yeah,
eventually that's going to flip. You get what I'm saying? He's booked and busy. You get what I'm saying? And I think in a way you feel good when you're in the front seat driving, but eventually Amir, you will have to be on Amir's time eventually. You get what I'm saying? But they probably not gonna be good for each other, but it is what it is.
So we see everybody, they're all dressed up in their Freaknick attire.
Yeah.
Nick has on tats and the ladies are feeling him, thinking he looks good.
A lot of y'all thought he looked good with the tats. I was like, he alright. You know what I mean?
Jordan gives a history lesson on Freaknick and how it was started by college students who couldn't go home and all that type of stuff. And everyone is really dancing, enjoying themselves, having a good time. In the hot tub, we learned that Natalie and Amir started living together 2 months after they met. Okay. Which is really fast. That is really, really fast. Natalie wants to start their careers together. He just joined the team. And he says the next big steps are engagement.
It's weird. Like, what do you mean the next big step is engagement? And what do you mean, like, start their careers together? He got a career on TV now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of strange, but go ahead, continue.
Shanice thinks it's wild that he's ready to propose at this point. She hopes that he would make sure Natalie is right for him. But I think sometimes guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think sometimes guys get with girls that are like mean to them because they like that dynamic, or not necessarily they're mean, but they're beautiful. And so they look over the meanness because it's just like, she's just great. She's a 10. She's gorgeous and all this type of stuff. And they take any type of treatment.
We only well, it's not about the treatment so much. It's only about the beauty. That's all it is. So, and Nallie's not an ugly girl. You get what I'm saying? So he probably just figured that she's beautiful and anything else he can deal with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this gonna sound so sexist, but meanness don't mean anything to a guy who knows, like, at the end of the day, like, you can't whip my behind. You get what I'm saying?
But who wants to deal with an attitude all day?
I understand that, but, like, that's his choice. You get what I'm saying? Because we also, guys are hubris. We feel like we can handle it.
Yeah.
So as long as I bring you flowers when I see you, as long as I open your door and walk you down and treat you nice, hopefully you treat me nice. Eventually, he might break. But I don't know if Nally is so much mean to him more than, like, if he's just doing what she wants him to do, he'll be good. You get what I'm saying? Not going to Martha's Vineyard. You get what I'm saying? If you're part of the team, being under me, you get what I'm saying? You be amazing. But if you want to party and act like a little frat boy and things like that, I don't like that. You get what I'm saying? But listen here, I understand what Shanice feels. Shanice was too busy looking at Nick, talking about, like, oh, Nick look good with the tats. He look all right.
So they're outside playing Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
And Summer's getting upset because they're not playing the game right. Bria ends up saying something like, basically, calm down. Everybody's pretty much telling Summer to calm down.
Yeah.
But Summer thought Bria said something rude, so she started going off on her.
Yeah.
Bria doesn't really know what's going on. Summer gets back in the hot tub saying, let's squash it, it's dead. And so we think that they ended that little squabble.
But it's weird because she started yelling at Noelle because Noelle played it wrong. So everything makes me go, it always makes me think of Alex. I'm like, what is your thing? You pushed her during the basketball game to where she got whiplash. You know what I'm saying?
End up throwing up.
And well, she was throwing up because she was drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not put that on.
She knocked it out of her.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Right? And then she got the game wrong, and everybody's like, that's not how you play it. But you start yelling at her. We're like, okay. Alex told her no, okay? Continue.
So everyone is heading to bed.
Yeah.
Summer is asking why Alex is taking his tattoos off in the kitchen sink. She's like, we got all these bathrooms in this house. Why are you taking your tattoos off in here? And sometimes I think, did Summer not hear her volume? Because then she calmed down because they were just like, what, like, relax. Like, and she's just like, no, I was just asking. Like, I was just asking why. It's like, no, you weren't. You was yelling at me.
Who cares if you was asking? if I was at the sink, I would have splashed water on her. Like, I do what I want.
So Bria, Noelle, and Shanice, they're all in Shanice's room.
Yeah. And
they're all like dancing, laughing, joking around. Bria is like, Summer is lit. They're like, you know, we got to say meow if like somebody comes up here. And so
they basically say if she comes up there, that's the code word.
Yeah.
But they start meowing. Yep.
So they start meowing. Summer says, why are y'all leaving me out? Pretty much. And Bria was like, well, you yelled at me. And Summer is like, I kept apologizing. Like, what do you want me to do?
Not yell at me.
So Noelle and Shanice, they're taking pictures, laughing and stuff like that. Noelle's got some type of wig on. And Summer gets upset because I think Summer thinks that Noelle was laughing at her. And she tells Noelle, you know, make your friends, live your life. She storms out the room.
Oh, my goodness.
So Bria then goes down to Summer's room. Noelle follows behind. And Noelle asks, you know, are you good? Like, I was laughing about the wig. Like, I don't want you to think I was laughing at you. Like, I was not laughing at you at all.
I wasn't.
And Summer's like, well, y'all have your own friendships and y'all have fun and all this type of stuff. And Bria's like, well, you have your own friendships with Preston and Jordan.
Facts.
And Summer says, trust me, it's not that great. It's not that great.
Well, wait a minute. I thought we was good. You get what I'm saying? I thought we was good. It's not that great. Continue.
Well, Summer, in the confessional, she's saying that they have more lighthearted fun. And the relationship with Preston and Jordan are a lot heavier. Preston's father just died. Jordan's losing her hair. And so she is a bit jealous of their friendship and how much fun they get to have. So, and she's feeling overwhelmed with life.
So basically, you got me. I want to be part of the fun group. I don't want to be part of the dead daddy boy and the bald-headed girl. You get what I'm saying? How do you feel about what Summer said there?
I was like, Summer is a friend to nobody. Like,
her own allegiance is to herself.
Her allegiance is to herself. Like, Summer, I'm just like, she's over here going through hard things herself. And she's talking about she doesn't want to, and she's talking about she doesn't want to be a burden on people, but maybe she should open up to folks. But it's like, you have friends opening up to you, and you're over here like, well, you know, friends really are for their, like, you for during hard times, like they should be there. And I'm just like, don't you think you should be there for your friends during a hard time? Like, why are you jealous that these people are laughing when, as the friend to these other people, that you should be able to be there for them? And I'm like, I thought you and Shanice was friends, so why can't you be in Shanice's room hanging out with all of them? Like, I think Summer, like you said, fighting ghosts. I think Summer's fighting ghosts as well. I think the liquor is putting thoughts into her head because they were just upstairs chilling.
Listen here, right? First of all, if I was Preston, I would have been like, I didn't put my burden of my daddy on you.
Right.
At least I didn't see it.
No.
At most, I saw him talk to Amir.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And Jordan already shared with her, hey, I shared with you that alopecia thing. You told folks, I feel like you betrayed my trust. I'm not going to tell you anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this burden. Well, I understand. It's 2:00 in the morning. You're drunk.
Yeah.
But I don't understand this burden of, like, your friendship is so light and my friendship is so heavy. And I'm just like, well, okay. like that's what it means about being a friend. Is things like that. If you want things to be light, why don't you bring some levity to the friendship? Why don't you put on some tap dancing shoes, start dancing and things of that nature? So it just brings me back to your point of she has no allegiance to nobody. Summer is on an island by herself.
Yeah.
Right?
Summer says that she was wrong. She apologizes to Bria, but it was brought back up again. Bria appreciates the apology, but she's just tired of being ganged up on. And this is my thing of just like, Bria, like, you see Summer's lit. You see Summer's emotional. Like, this is your chance to be the grown-up and to say...
I'd never be the grown-up.
to say, it's okay, Summer. Go to bed.
Nope. I am the youngest of 3 siblings.
If we need to talk about it in the morning, we'll talk about it in the morning.
Nope.
Get some rest, girlfriend.
Nope.
But she doesn't. She says, I'm tired of being ganged up on.
Listen here. You don't understand. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, right? I never have to be the grown-up. One is 10 years older than me, and one is 16 years older than me. If I feel like I'm being ganged up on, I'm being ganged up on.
Okay.
And y'all need to say sorry to me now.
Okay. Well, she doesn't feel like Summer has her back.
Okay.
Summer is yelling at her, asking, what do you want me to do? Then she storms out. She pushes Noelle on the way out. And she says, I pushed her. Are you happy now?
Whoa.
And she's screaming, that's why your man doesn't F with you. Noelle is following Summer all around the house, trying to get her to calm down.
Yeah. Let me give some criticism to Noelle, right? We need to stop touching people when they say don't touch me, right? She said don't touch me. Noelle, I think she probably feel like, you know, Summer is my friend, you know, Summer brought me in, whatever. I don't know what allegiance she feel like she got to Summer. Summer said don't touch her. You should just let her go.
Yeah.
Especially if you didn't do anything to make her mad, just let her go. You get what I'm saying? I don't know where that came from, Summer.
Yeah.
This whole thing of calling Bria out her name and then saying that's why your man don't F with you. Okay. I don't know how you're going to explain that tomorrow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But she's going around knocking boxes over, and Jasmine and Jordan hiding in the kitchen. They don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? I think Preston and his man, they both went to sleep. So it just listen here. I think after a certain time in that house, the lights should just turn off by itself. Everything should just turn off by itself.
Everybody get some water.
Everybody go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Get some water for your nightstand and go to bed.
Any thoughts on this episode?
I mean, it was pretty entertaining. It was interesting to see the couples and those dynamics and everybody come in. So I appreciated the Freaknick portion. It seemed like they had a lot of fun. It was fun seeing the outfits. And with Summer, I mean, Summer just needs to learn how to take a chill pill. But honestly, I think a lot of this stuff is just like a lot of alcohol-induced arguments that they probably wouldn't have if it wasn't. So, I mean, I think sometimes maybe they can just scale it back sometimes. How about, like, let's just have a couple wine coolers today?
Because
let's chill out on the hard liquor, maybe.
No. This is what y'all want for TV. Okay. You know, and this is what they do on all the summer houses. You know what I'm saying? They come together, they party. That's the whole point. This season we'll have a reunion, right? I saw a tweet where Andy was asking us for questions. I'm very interested in the reunion for Martha's Vineyard.
Same.
Right? I'm very interested. Also, it's been rumored that there's a cash shakeup. Why?
Yeah.
This show is too early for a cash shakeup. Two seasons in, you got people who full season is this season as their first season. It's too early for a cash shakeup. And bring everybody back. Everybody plays a part in making this show good.
Yeah.
Even Summer. right? Even Jordan, even like Preston. Well, of course, Preston. Even Amir and Nick and Alex. Everybody plays a part. It seems like even Bria and Milo. Yes, even the dog.
Especially Milo.
Right? So I think it's too early for a cast shakeup. Let's give them more seasons. This is a good show. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like the review. Leave a comment on what y'all think about Natalie. Leave a comment on what y'all think about Summer. Leave a comment on what you think about us. Anything else?
No.
Y'all have a good week.
Bye.